You know how we do when we have funky music in our ear. We get to writing, ain't no fighting, we just sitting there trying to win. Ooh yeah, la-di-da, we grinding hard. Ooh yeah, we not gonna stop. Yeah, 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 yeah. Too late to turn back now. I got work to do on a mission, by my business, I'm pushing through.
Aaron asked, she's like, how do I feel about the University of Miami's Twitter response with the shoulder shrug about their somewhat win? Do I think that's unsportsmanlike? Not at all. I mean, it's a win. It goes down as a win in the record books. It can't be overturned. So when people say, you know, when it comes down to it, if people say, hey, okay, well, Miami shouldn't have won that game, it's a shoulder shrug. Well, they won, and that's all there is to it.
I mean, as far as the type of losses Hurricane fans have endured across the years, and you know, I mean, I guess it depends sometimes on how long you've been really watching college football, because every college football fan has seen a game where they felt like their team was shafted one way or another. So as far as the way that it went down with Duke and Miami, I mean, maybe if it wasn't Duke, you know, it wouldn't be such a response, but since it was Duke, I think that's why it's a little extra. Them being a little bit sore losers. They had a lot of they basically had a parade pregame celebration going on before the game was officially over. And I look at it as, you know, when Christian Laettner stepped on the guys from Kentucky chest back in the day, it wasn't an issue. You know, as far as, you know, when Duke wins, how they win, regardless, you know, it's not an issue. When Miami win and lose, how they win and lose, it's not an issue. Same thing with Ohio State. Same thing with the Florida State Clemsons. You know, welcome to college football. That's how it is. College football is the most coldest, greatest, cutthroatest, you know, if this how it go on, this how it is, legendary situation every Saturday. So that's just another one in the books of college football history, basically.
Yeah. See, earlier, you know, I didn't quite have all my thoughts together, but right now, the game is over. It's a W. Looking back at it, if we're going to analyze and break down the whole play, of course Miami shouldn't have won the game. You know what I mean? Just being completely objective, there's no way you can win a game. But the refs got caught up in the play itself, and it happened, and the game's over. Now, my problem is, why all the backlash now? Is it because it's Miami, or is it because of they were trying to protect Duke so that Duke can win out and be the outright winner in the Coastal?
Yeah.
It's just. I mean, in the Atlanta, it's just Coastal. I'm sorry. It's just so much going on with that, and that's my take on that. Like you got all these analysts chiming in. You got Wilbon, you got Hershey. Everybody wants to say, "Oh, this is pathetic. This is pathetic," and Miami's this. They should have never. Okay, we know that after the fact, it's done and over. But why is it such a big deal? Because when it was happening in the past, nothing was ever said. And not only that within itself, nobody is even talking about what led up to that. The horrible cause that led up to that. That Miami probably shouldn't even been in that situation to begin with.
You know what? Just thinking about the Duke-Miami game, I'm tired of David Cutcliffe winning Coach of the Year in the ACC every year. When you have all these teams doing so much better than him, you have teams going to national championships. I'm not going to say anything. Jimbo Fisher, 2013 national championship.
Agreed.
And David Cutcliffe keeps winning. He hasn't won the ACC once, but he keeps winning Coach of the Year. Now, ACC, stop lowering your standards. Stop doing that.
Well, you know, Duke was so horrible. You know, it's still a bad. You know, you still don't want to lose to Duke in football, but at the same time, they've been a Vegas darling somewhat, you know, the past couple of years with Cutcliffe. So that's when he's getting the Coaches of the Year, you know, in the Vegas darling and things of that nature. So as far as, you know, like D was saying, yeah, of course with it being Miami, it's an issue. Of course with it being Duke, it's an issue. But at the end of the day, you know, as far as how it was won, I mean, I still think that I was feeling like Miami was being cheated personally.
Agreed.
You know, so as far as a lot of people are saying, though, that Miami should have won, I'm like, I was looking at my boys, you know, I seen 3 pass interference calls on the final drive, you know, that's at least 45 yards.
But 2 of them, now one of them was,
well, yeah,
was
2
okay.
of them,
2 of them were real questionable.
Oh yeah, I know I seen one questionable, but definitely the over the head was extremely questionable. Even the one with Artie, when Artie got the interception, which would have been a game-sealing interception, I'm like, well, I don't know. You know what I mean? But you're in North Carolina, so you're at
Right.
Duke Stadium, so that's expected. And, you know, those fans can be greasy. But like Rick Ross say, you know, with college football is like Rick Ross says, it's deeper than rap. You know, everybody's shocked like, whoa, but like Miami came in there with a backup quarterback, not a head coach. And so basically Duke knew they put the W on the schedule before the game was played. It sounded like somebody circling and said, oh, they got beat by Clemson 58-0. The quarterback got the game. Oh, we got a W. And when they did that, and everybody know in college football, that's the omen now. Don't do that. And even I thought Miami was going to lose the game. Personally, I mean, and as far as on the road, dude, you're going against Cliff. You just got it handed to you. And then some type of way, the guys jumped. Miami jumped up. You know, as far as the lead is concerned, Duke had plenty of opportunities inside the 5-yard line and couldn't get in there. I mean, at one point, they had went in the red zone inside the 5 3 times and came out with 3 points. So you averaging 1 point every time you get inside the 5. So then, and then the last touchdown that they gave the quarterback, you know, maybe they gave it to him because they knew they were struggling to get in there all night. I don't know. I could be biased, but I'm just looking at the game.
No,
you know,
Miami definitely showed some fight, man.
You know,
and that's what they needed to show.
You know, Larry Scott's you know, disciple of USF. You know, he came from he was under Coach Jim Levy for a little bit, so
Yes, sir.
they know how it is to be against the odds. He know what to take the light a fire in the locker room, and you know he told the kids, you know, cut loose, and just cut all the way loose. And for whatever reason, it sounds like a lot of people were watching that game for whatever particular reason. You know, people even with no coach or whatever. I know when I got off work, I definitely made sure I got to the game immediately. I can't speak for everybody else, but sounds like a couple people tuned in more than meets the eye. So, you know, Miami is Miami. You know, it's Dade County.
You know what? I feel like I'm in Coral Gables right now, so I'm going to change the topic. I don't want to talk about Miami anymore.
Yeah, you know.
Let's talk about a little Pac-12 action. Let's just run through it really quickly. Oregon beats Arizona State 61-55. At the beginning of the season, some people had Arizona State coming out of the Pac-12 and being in the playoff, and 4-4, a 4-4 record later, 2-3 in conference. People aren't really talking about that anymore.
You know, the Pac-12, I call it Hollywood. You know, the preseason come around. You know, they got Puff Daddy's son at school, Snoop's son at school, coach drinking on the job.
Yes, sir.
You know, Arizona with Rich Rodriguez over here. You know how it goes. Oregon being flashy with it, and you know the season started, and lo and behold, here we go again. You know, so
Same old same.
I call it Pac-12 the peekaboo conference. You know, 1 week they up, then they down, then they up, then they down. You know, so you know Utah was at number 3 at one point. Then you know USC hit the door and you know established some type of territorial situation. So you know, as far as the Pac-12 is concerned, you know we'll see how it goes. But I mean, the quarterback from UCLA, he's pretty good. But as far as the Pac-12, they haven't been scaring anybody since USC with Reggie Bush back in the day. And, you know, that's the same situation right now. I mean, with Oregon, they were nice, but with Mariota and things of that nature. But as far as, you know, taking it to that next level, I don't know if they'll ever win a national championship.
I don't know. Oregon, the decline of Oregon, I believe we're seeing that right now.
They hanging on by a thread.
When you have all these other Pac-12 teams kind of stepping up their teams are coming back recruiting UCLA. You have Stanford kind of stepping up, even though their standards are hard to get into this school. But you have USC back on the rise. I think that Oregon doesn't kind of have the pick of the litter of players that they had before, so they're falling off. Once again, I like to say this is the year of the running back. Leonard Fournette, Dalvin Cook. A lot of people don't talk about Royce Freeman at Oregon, but Royce Freeman is another legit running back that will be a first rounder when he comes out, along with Fournette and Cook.
Ezekiel
Elliott, Derrick Henry. So there's a lot of big time players. Christian McCaffrey out there at Stanford, lighting the world on fire. He didn't have the biggest game against Washington State, but the kid is good.
The truth.
His dad taught him a lot.
Yeah, definitely. Look like Fred Taylor Jr. is trying to come around a little bit. Sometimes it takes players a little bit longer to adjust. You know, we'll see what Kelvin Taylor does as, you know, going on. But, you know, college football is a great thing. You never know when these players actually grow up. And, you know, Kelvin Taylor was a great back coming out of high school. Some people question the classification he played in. But as far as, you know, he's been a starter for a little bit. And, you know, who knows what might happen. So, yeah, definitely the year of the running back. And then, you know, you can never sleep on what's the running backs in Miami. You know, who knows what may go on. And even with Clemson, I think they have a quarterback who looks like a running back. But Watson is definitely a monster. We got a quarterback like that at the helm. You know, anything goes with that guy.
Yeah, most definitely. So, you know, there's not really much more to talk about in the Pac-12. Washington blows out Arizona. Okay, USC beats California. Jared Goff, is he the truth? Is he not? He throws 4 picks one day. The next day he has a great game. Everybody tries to hype him up. I don't know how that's going to play out. Utah beats Oregon State 27-12. There's nothing special about that at all. I mean, so you know what? I guess we just touch on one more conference just a little bit, and then we'll get into our playoff predictions. We didn't really get into the Big Ten, and you know there's some legit teams in the Big Ten.
Gotta respect them.
You know you have the Michigans. You know they're ranked where they are. They beat Minnesota, and again that Minnesota could have won. So
Down to the wire. The coach resigned suddenly with Minnesota.
yeah, he needed to.
That's something that, you know, that shocks me sometimes when these coaches just retire midweek. I mean, I guess if anything, do it on Sunday. When did he do it on Wednesday or Thursday? I mean, these coaches are something else.
But don't forget, he had the seizure issues, so
but if that's
he
the
should
case,
have
then
retired.
they won.
Yeah, he should have already
They
retired.
won. When I wasn't aware of that. When that happens, okay, you need to be on, you know, leave or something like that. You know, definitely, you know, as far as that's concerned. But with Ohio State is definitely not penciled in there. You know, they still have to see Michigan. They have to go through Michigan, maybe Michigan State, you know, things to that nature. So Big Ten championship, but when JT's in the game, they're definitely different type of team, definitely. So everybody's gonna bring those guys.
JT Barrett, Mr. DUI. Let's
man.
not skip that. Urban Meyer, the somewhat hypocrite.
I mean, he in college. I mean, you know, I already was close to his house. I mean, you know, I'm not.
He's not 21.
I'm not condoning that. You know what I mean?
He's not 21.
I mean, but how much he done brought to the campus? About 20 mil.
Urban Meyer actually said he was going to pull a scholarship for the summer term. Notice how Urban Meyer pulled it for the summer term and not for anything during the season.
I mean, Urban doing what he got to do as far as punishment.
Business as usual.
Everybody has been 20 years old before. Let's not act like, okay, if you've ever been to college or if you've ever, you know, went to any type of event.
So do they need to change the drinking laws?
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Because you have kids now, Antoine.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say JT was right. Now, you know, but
you just say he the only one that
call
done
him Mr. DUI, like, you know what I mean? Like he's just a, you know, he
alcohol.
Yeah, that's not.
But you gotta be smarter though, man.
Yeah, definitely gotta be smarter. But you know, at the same, you know, I'd rather him go through it right now than he goes through it in the NFL. So it's a learning experience he has to go through.
But I mean, JT's a different player. I don't think I don't think he'll make this same mistake twice.
No.
But he's the unquestioned leader on that team. He should have never made this mistake.
Yeah, he shouldn't have drove. But you know, 20. You know, that's life. You know.
And not only, I'm sure that there's some
somebody else could have drove. Yeah, some Uber. He could have called Uber now. He has the resources to get the cab or to get the transportation to go to where he needs to go at now. So
on campus, bro.
Whatever, it's not DUI.
That is a star quarterback
Yeah,
at a big time school.
Straight.
If you don't call,
anybody,
if you don't
text
call somebody,
message, tweet,
call the coach.
anything, message. Don't call the coach. Call anybody.
Yeah.
No, you can call the coach. Urban Meyer is not going to punish you.
He done had murderers on the team, so JT, you know, might be okay.
Which is another
This
point.
ain't that bad.
Urban Meyer pulled.
Aaron Hernandez was on the team.
Like I said, Urban Meyer pulled his scholarship for the summer term, which means zero towards this football season. Urban Meyer knows what he's doing. Urban Meyer's a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite when it comes to punishing players.
He a player's coach. You know, he gonna ride for his boys. You know, he's a player's coach.
No, he's not gonna ride for him because he didn't ride when Hernandez, when all that stuff hit the fan.
I mean, when
Hernandez,
as far as Hernandez, I heard that many people have been knew about Hernandez.
That's my point.
So
Urban.
No,
I'm a mentor, and I was just man.
I mean, Hernandez, they definitely got national championship together. I mean, he knew Hernandez had carried the issues. You know, he lost his father, I heard. So sometimes it's a different situation. I mean, you can't save them all. You know, Hernandez still went on to the NFL. Now, once he got to the NFL, he had a chance to clean his hands. You know, what he does after that, I can't blame it on Urban Meyer. It's like, okay, he's in the NFL. He's still making these. Bill Belichick couldn't save him. You know, apparently, if Belichick couldn't save him.
The problem is he was making those decisions before Urban got his hands on him.
Well, you know, Urban, do you play football, son, or what? Did you get convicted of these things? No? Okay, let's go. Then when it came around. So now Hernandez going to have to deal with that. As once he gets old, this is going to hit him. You know, knowing that you could have lived a different lifestyle, but now you living this particular lifestyle, he gonna feel it. But as far as Herb, he got more than one kid to deal with. You got Percy Harvin, you got Hernandez, you got Chris Randy, you got Tebow. You know, you got your D-line, you got Major Parker, you got these kids from Lauderdale over here, you got these other kids from Miami over here, you got Dade County over here. He's only one person. And then he got his family. So how much is the coach supposed to do?
Urban Meyer's a hypocrite. Okay, so we're gonna go on to we're just gonna go ahead and wrap this up a little bit.
And Jimbo's a saint now.
I didn't think Jimbo was the
We
same.
know that it's college football. You trying to win or what? It's only $1 billion industry, man.
Yeah, but Jimbo doesn't go on to talk about other coaches
Who
and
got
winning
more
disciplined
championships?
players.
Urban Meyer don't win everywhere he went.
I'm not saying that.
I'm just saying that the money talk.
But Urban leads programs in shambles.
Look, which one he left in the shambles?
Florida.
They straight.
They straight now. After they went through an entire other coaches.
How
Exactly.
long they was down for? A couple of years?
They were down the entire time West Champ was there.
Man, that's much up had a year when he had with who they lost to Teddy them in the champion in the SEC, not the SEC, but
When Teddy Bridgewater was at Louisville.
I mean, but that's legendary Teddy though. I mean, like this is Teddy B. Let's not act like we don't know who Teddy Bridgewater is. Like he hasn't been doing it since Northwestern. I'm just saying, let's not act like we don't. This Teddy, he's still doing it with the Vikings. So if he lost to Teddy, I'm not surprised. I wish Teddy would have went the Jimbo Fisher system. Who knows?
Look, all I'm saying is that when Urban was at Florida, they led the nation in the rest. But look, okay. But look, no, let's just go ahead and just run through the Big
just mad
Ten.
because Urban was running through Florida State. That's what you really mad
Oh,
about.
well, that's the end of Bobby Bowden's
Urban was
career.
really smashing Florida State. That's what it really is.
Jimbo Fisher made him quit.
I remember Tebow jumping up in the mud in the rain, screaming all in Tallahassee.
Jimbo Fisher made him quit now.
Man, who quit?
Jimbo Fisher gave him heart problems.
I heard the boosters didn't really let Urban do what he wanted to do. So
Come on now, you just said Urban's the best. It's all about
he's
winning.
a winner.
You can't change it now.
How he a winner?
Okay.
How many losses he had?
So if he winning, the boosters are gonna keep him there now. They're not gonna get rid of a winner.
He left Florida.
You can do whatever you want to
He
do.
left Florida.
As long as you win.
He left Florida because he saw what Jimbo Fisher was doing up in
He
Tallahassee.
from Ohio.
Come on now.
He
went
left
home.
Florida because
He went home.
that cover started dry up.
Exactly.
Well, I heard.
You can't make excuses for
Okay,
Urban.
now actually, from what I heard Urban Meyer, the Florida Gators, the boosters wanted to keep Brantley starting at quarterback all the time. They said Urban Meyer really didn't want to have Brantley at quarterback. This is what I heard. I don't know, and Brantley never fit the mold of a Urban Meyer type of quarterback. I mean, that's one. I mean, I'm just saying, they made Cam get out of there for the laptop. Cam said he didn't know the laptop was hot. Who knows? College life or whatever. But as far as what Urban Meyer said, as far as the quarterbacks he could bring in Gainesville versus what he can bring in Ohio, it is what it is. But who knows? They parted ways, and hopefully they meet in a bowl game or something like that. That's all we can say about it. He brought him 2 chips. What does he owe Gainesville? He brought you 2 chips. I mean, what y'all want? He ran through Florida State. He did what he had to do. He's still out there.
Fair enough.
He's still out there.
Fair enough, and now he's in Ohio State now because Jimbo made him quit.
You know how we do when we have funky music in our ear. We get to writing, ain't no fighting, we just in there trying to win. Ooh yeah, la-di-da, we grinding hard. Ooh yeah, we not gonna stop. Yeah. Too late to turn back now. I got work to do. On a mission, by my business, I'm pushing through, no slacking. Make it happen, we grinding hard. We grinding hard. You know how we do when we have funky music in our ear. We get to writing, ain't no fighting, we just in there trying to win. Ooh yeah, la-di-da, we grinding hard. Ooh yeah, we not gonna stop. Yeah. Too late to turn back now. I got work to do. On a mission, by my business, I'm pushing through, no slacking. Make it happen, we grinding hard. We grinding hard. You know how we do when we have funky music in our ear. We get to writing, ain't no fighting, we just in there trying to win. Ooh stop. Yeah, 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 yeah. Too late to turn back now. We got work to do on a mission, by my business. I'm pushing through, I'm pushing.